How's it going, everybody? I'm back. I got another one. I know I haven't posted anything in a while, but I haven't had anything of significant value or anything really change on the firearm. SAR K12 Sport. She's empty. She's empty. Until about a month or so ago. The round count is about 30,000 rounds. The only thing I added that since the last video I did, I think, was this Tony System slide racker. Now, this wasn't a direct push-in. It pushes into the dovetail, but it wasn't a direct fit. I had to shave down the Tony Systems. I believe it was for a CZ Shadow or Tanfolio, something. I don't quite remember, but it's a Tony Systems component slide racker. I absolutely love it. Comes with some set screws. I put some bearing lock compound on them and on the bottom surface. That way it ain't gonna move, it ain't gonna loosen up. Very small set screws though. The only thing I would like to maybe see in the future is a little bit bigger. So that's probably a 3mm set screw. I would like to see maybe a 5mm. I know you can't get 6 mils in there. And again, I am a motorcycle mechanic, been in the field 10, 12, maybe 13 years now. Master mechanic, a bunch of different manufacturers. Anyways, that's not the point. What was happening was that I would go to the range and the first couple rounds of the night would just go click, 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 bang, 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 click. Load up some more mags, click, click, bang, 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 bang. Once the night went on, the gun warmed up, the gun was hot, it ran flawlessly, no problems. It's like, oh, okay, you know, no big deal. Keeping in mind that I knew something was already going on. So just for shits and giggles, I took it back to the range a couple nights later, same exact thing. When the gun was cold, when I first got there, click, 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 bang, 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 bang. Load up some mags, gun would cool a little bit, click, 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 bang, 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 flawless the rest of the night. So at that point, tore it down. I'm not going to take it apart. It's not taken apart now because I either have to remove the optic mount or remove the slide racker. And I don't feel like doing that. I don't feel like re-zeroing my optic. I don't feel like re-Loctiting everything. Witness marking, I don't feel like going through that. I don't need to. So what I did was I took everything apart. And I have this one that I'm testing some brakes out on. That one has, like, I don't know, maybe 2,000 rounds through it. So I had a brand new guide rod spring, a guide rod spring out of this one, and a guide rod spring out of this one. I lined them all up. Between the brand new one and the one that was pushing 30,000 rounds, might be even at 30,000, might be a little over 30. And I keep track from my ammo purchases. I buy a case or two at a time, and then, you know, I see what's in my safe. Most of the ammo that I buy, I shoot. I don't stock ammo, I don't hoard ammo. You know, I buy it and shoot it, buy it, shoot it, buy it, shoot it. What I noticed between the three springs was maybe a 3/8 inch difference between the brand new one and the one out of this. This spring is the original one out of this gun. This spring is the original one out of this gun over here. As you can see, I got them lined up at top. Bring it up to the camera, you can see the difference in length. So that's what we call free length, at least in the tech side world. Between the brand new one and this one was about 3/8 of an inch difference. So going further, I was having, you know, it was going click, and I would look at the primers, barely hitting, barely detonating. I'm just talking, you know, just mark it. So at that point, I had ordered a firing pin and a firing pin spring as well. When I had gotten the firing pin spring, I put this firing pin spring, which is the one out of this gun, and a brand new one up. There was 1/8 of an inch difference, which may not seem like a lot. However, when we're talking about springs this size and what this spring does in the component of the firing pin, that's actually pretty significant. So I had taken some pictures of the 3 springs and the 2 firing pin springs. I'll try to post them or add them into the video. I'm not quite sure how to do that, so bear with me. I'll do my best. And if anybody wants to see those pictures, if I can't get it in the video or, you know, attach it somehow, just message me leave me a comment, whatever. I'll be glad to send you over the pictures. So at that point, I also mic'd out my firing pin. The firing pin that came out of this gun and a brand new firing pin was significant difference. It's not significant to where you're gonna see it. You're like, oh man, that's, you know, way shorter. Significance when it comes to a micrometer or a vernier caliper, whatever you're using. You know, we're talking 10,000ths here, people. So there was significant difference. I went ahead and put in a brand new guide rod spring, brand new guide rod, brand new firing pin spring. Problem absolutely went away. So I wasn't surprised or bummed or anything like that. People say, oh my gosh, parts fail. Yes, parts fail, especially when you run it hard. Doesn't matter if it's a motorcycle, gun, farm equipment, lawn equipment, it don't matter. When you run the equipment hard all the time, things are going to fail. I recently had a trigger bar spring shear apart on my carry, my 365. Well, I run that gun as hard as I possibly can. I'm at about 6,000 rounds through it. Did a little bit of research. It seems to happen somewhere right around 5,000 rounds. But everybody on the internet was like, oh my God, Sig, what's the problem with these springs? No big deal. Or, you know, it is a big deal. Well, if you think about it, it's really not. It's a component. Components get fatigued. Once they become fatigued, they quit doing their job as, you know, consistent, and things end up breaking or wearing out to where they won't work. So I ended up putting aftermarket springs and trigger kit inside of my 365, which I love. And again, this is no paid partnership. I don't get anything sent to me for free. I don't get to test products. I don't get to do anything. I just run my stuff really hard and see what fails. If you guys want, I could totally do a 365 video, but 365's been out for so long. Everyone's had problems here and there with it. I don't really feel like you would gain any significant knowledge from me. Although, if you guys want to see a 365 video, let me know. Once I put all the new springs in, new guide rod, even though a guide rod probably didn't need to be changed, guide rod's a guide rod, piece of metal, no big deal. Gun runs flawlessly. Other than that, I haven't had any issues. I am testing out some brakes. This is like my third brake that I've put on this one, doing some testing because I still want to put this threaded barrel in this gun and run a comp. However, I haven't really found one, A, that I like, B, that fits well, and C, that does its job. The gun is ported. It's Magna ported. And that's fine for now. I run the open division. If anybody has watched my last videos, you know I run the open division. That's how I can do what I do with this gun and it still be legal within the USPSA rule book. Once you start having some inconsistent issues, start looking into the springs. I didn't have a single problem with the springs or the firing pin or light primer strikes or anything until at about maybe 27,000 rounds, maybe 28. I know I'm about 30,000, maybe 31, maybe 32. I shoot a lot of ammo. I shoot twice a week, sometimes 3. I shoot about 500 rounds every night, every time. I shoot hard. I've run the gun dry, wet, clean, dirty. It don't matter. I don't care. The gun really doesn't get taken apart a whole lot. I just kind of throw more grease at it. I'll wipe off the excess stuff from time to time. Like now, there's a shit ton of buildup on the extractor. I don't care. The gun runs. I'm a tech. And when something fails, I just replace it. I make sure that's the only thing that needs to be replaced at that time, and I replace it. I think that's about it. I try to keep them short and sweet. I know that people lose interest on a super long video or whatever. I'm just trying to give you guys some insight from what I have personally seen with the SAR K12 Sport X. That's about it. Talked about the guide rod springs, firing pin springs. That's about all I got for you guys. If you guys have any questions, comments, concerns, please feel free, send me a message, leave them in the comment section. It doesn't really matter. I'm just a dude. I'm a dude who shoots a lot of ammo. And I like to see what fails. So, till the next one, guys, take care.